We are going to start our Mahendi drawing by tracing our hands. You can choose to draw just one hand, or you could draw both. If you finish one hand very quickly, then I'm going to have you trace another hand on your paper so that you're taking your time with your art. So to start, I would suggest keeping your hand flat, or if you really want to challenge yourself, you could make a hand gesture like a peace sign or like hang 10, whatever you want. But I would suggest keeping your hand flat and then also keeping your wrist straight and using a pencil to start the drawing. And in Mahendi art, the designs do go up part of the arm. And we're going to fill up the paper with our drawing. So go from the edge of the paper and fill up as much as you can. And I'm trying to get all of my fingers in the drawing too. I'm starting with a pencil because sometimes when you trace a hand, it's kind of a bumpy line and it's not very neat. So I will come back with a pen and outline everything again so it's more neat. Since my hands are kind of large for the paper, I might not have enough space to put both hands right next to each other. I might have to put another one down here or overlap my hands. In fact, I might have them overlapped so that one thumb looks like it's behind the other one. And since I am tracing my drawing hand and drawing with my non-dominant hand, this one might look a little bit less neat, but I'm tracing over it with a marker later, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. But I am going to draw slowly like I did before. I have my hand in a relaxed position. You can have your hand in any position you want to, but it might be very challenging if you're trying to make like a thumbs up or some other kind of hand position that you have to hold for too long and trace along. So I would suggest keeping your hand flat on the paper, then you'll have more space to add your designs also. So I'm going to quickly go through and outline this drawing. Now that I've finished outlining my drawing, I'm going to add some of the details that are on my hand. So I'm just going to add the shapes of my fingernails. I'm not going to worry about the lines of my knuckles because I'm going to put patterns on my hands anyways, and the lines of my knuckles might distract from the designs I draw. So you can look at the shape of your fingernail and try your best to draw what you see. Since your hand is traced from real life, your fingernail will be the same size as it is in real life. Don't worry about being perfect because no matter what, it is going to look like a fingernail. But I am noticing that my fingernail is kind of like a curved rectangle shape. I'm not just cutting like the fingertip off. I am starting kind of from the top of the fingertip and making two lines down and then curving the line at the bottom where the cuticle of my nail is. And then on the thumb, we're going to see only one side of the nail. The other one would be kind of on the other side underneath. But that's just how my hand was laying on the paper. Your hand might look a little different. You might have long nails. You might have short nails like me. And since this hand I'm drawing right now is my drawing hand, I can't compare and draw with my non-drawing hand. So these nails are looking a little different from these ones, but it's okay. If you make a mistake on your nail, you can color it in. You should have a design on your right hand and left hand that are identical and symmetrical. So whatever's on this hand will be on this hand also. So for example, I'm going to kind of start with some petal type designs on the wrist. So starting from the bottom of the wrist, I'm going to make kind of like an arrow type of design. So whatever I put on this hand, I need to put on this hand also. You could color in the fingernails if you want to. I saw a design that I thought was pretty interesting, and it kind of looks like this, where the tips of the fingernails were all colored in, and the design continues on all of the fingers. So I'm going to kind of copy that on my drawing. You can add jewelry designs if you want to. Just make sure you have symmetry. So whatever you put on one hand, put that on the other hand. Also, the fingers are curved in real life. Obviously, we all have fingers and hands. So on your design, make your lines curved also. So instead of it just a straight across line, like I had up here, if it's a design like a ring wrapping around a finger, you should have a curved line. So I will put one here, and I'll add a little bumpy design. So it's not exactly a straight line, it's kind of curved up. That gives us the illusion that this is an actual hand on the paper. Makes it look a little bit more realistic. So fill up all of the space. You can be inspired by the designs I have on here, or you can look on the internet for other henna designs. You could be inspired by things that you like. You could draw flowers or other patterns that you're interested in. You could draw jewelry type of designs, but make sure whatever you put on the left hand, you put on the right hand. So as you go, whatever you put on this hand, immediately put it on this hand so you don't forget anything. That kind of helps pace you too, to make your drawing stay looking neat. So I am fast forwarding through this part where I'm drawing most of my design. I am using a lot of the lines and shapes that we were learning about during the mandala designs, and you'll find lots of these designs in henna drawings too. You can look on the internet for other henna designs if you want to find inspiration outside of this video. You can use your own drawings if you like to draw a certain character or a certain type of flower or trees. You can draw what you want to on the hands. Just once again, make sure that you put the same design on both hands and fill up the space. You can include patterns. You can color in some shapes. You can draw the same thing on all of the fingers if you want to. This is really up to you. So we will not have time at the end to share our pictures since this drawing will take a long time. So since it's the last week of the semester, I am going to make you responsible for turning this picture in. And the end of this video shows how to turn in works on the computer, and I haven't changed anything. It's the same way that we've been doing it for the past couple of months. So please, when you finish your drawing, and you can take your time, please turn it in to Google Classroom. So this time I'm requiring everyone to turn in their work on the computer. So how you do that is you go to the assignment, click view assignment, and here's your work. Click on the drawing here. You'll turn this in. So the instructions say go to insert image camera to take a photo. Insert is here, image is right below it, and then you're going to go over to the right all the way down to the bottom, click on camera. That will use your computer's camera. Since I have a document camera, it's using my document camera. Take a nice photo of your drawing so I have good lighting. I have my camera kind of zoomed in. Click on the yellow button to capture a picture, and then you'll have to click on insert right here to put that photo on the drawing. You can make your photo bigger by clicking on the corner and dragging to make it a little larger. Then it says click turn in on the classroom page. So this is saved to the drawing. It says save to drive. So you can just go back to this tab you were just on and click turn in.